Will Ripley in Hong Kong with more on the heat China is taking for all of this. I guess, Will, the fact is that despite all the public interest in this, China's getting a lot of flack about poor design, not making it so this was controlled and not uncontrolled.
It's been many decades since the more advanced space agencies in the West, Michael, have had an uncontrolled reentry like this. In fact, you covered back in 1979 when the pieces of the Skylab space station were scattered across Western Australia. We were talking about that over email a short time ago. It's been that long since something of this size has been allowed to hurtle around the Earth, in this case at 18,000 miles an hour, and then leave the world with this kind of guessing game as to where it would go down. Now, in the end, this according to China's Manned Space Engineering Office, it went down around 10:24 p.m. Eastern time in the Maldives, which is in the Indian Ocean just southwest of India and Sri Lanka. The fact that it came that close to islands with people is certainly not what China had been hoping for, and certainly not what space agencies in this modern age aim to do. When they have anything even close to this size that needs to re-enter the Earth's atmosphere, they try to do a controlled re-entry to get it into an area of the ocean far more remote than this turned out to be. And it was really a game of the odds, because even up until the last couple of hours, space agencies in Europe and the United States were not entirely sure where this debris could have gone down. It could have been in Europe. There were sightings over the Middle East. There were possibility that it could have hit Australia or New Zealand. And there were even some models that put the United States within the potential zone of impact. So we've always known, as we've been watching this over the last several days, that the chances of impact over land were pretty low, because 70% of the Earth is ocean. Just the fact that everybody had to stay up a little later, watch these images on social media that are being reported. This is actually an image from Japan that you could actually see the object from a telescope, spiraling overhead. It's a lot less certainty than what the world is comfortable with. And given the fact, Michael, that China is planning 10 more launches like this using the Long March 5B rocket that does not have a design that allows for controlled reentry, this could be something that the world could see again. And there are questions about whether China needs to be held more accountable if this sort of thing were to happen.
Yeah, a great update, Will. Yeah, I did cover Skylab in '79. I was extremely young. Thank you for that, Will Ripley.
Like 5 years old, right?
I was, yeah, probably less, I think, yeah. Thanks, Will.